This Gunna telling situation just exposes the entire industry. But it may be a great thing for hip hop, and here's why. When the 6ix9ine snitching debacle took place, there was an endless supply of rappers running to their keyboards trying to be the first one to chastise 6ix9ine so they can get the residual clout, right? And they were coming from a point of, yo, they're taking a moral high ground and that snitching is the worst thing for the black community, so we must outlaw, ban, and ostracize any rats. Even though that's not the case, right? Like, cause snitching is the best thing for the black community right now. Listen, truly, what harm does snitching does to the black community? Think about it, right? Won't snitching just take more criminals off the streets? Like, won't snitching just ensure that more guilty people are in jail? Like, like, what harm does snitching bring to our community? But that's another conversation for another day, right? So there was an endless supply of rappers standing in line trying to big bro the industry, right? And lead a charge against banning 6ix9ine from the industry. So when 6ix9ine got released, their, I guess, charge to ban 6ix9ine was successful because 6ix9ine was banned off of DSPs, off of playlisting. He was like just banned from the entire industry, which we were confused because we thought that hip hop was a music genre, not the streets, right? Because like, what do these curators of these playlisting who had never been in the streets, who got like Fortune 500 company jobs, right? Who went to Harvard? Like, these dudes have never been in the streets, so why do they care to 6ix9ine snitch? That's a street thing. That has nothing to do with rap. Because the first thing these rappers do when they go to court is tell the judge, I'm a rapper. All right? I'm not a street guy, man. I'm feeding my family, judge. I'm a rapper. So y'all can have it both ways. It's either rap is the streets or rap and the streets are two different things. But nonetheless, though, the industry blackballed 6ix9ine, took him off playlisting. And the reason they gave was because he snitched and he rat, and snitching is the worst thing in the world. Even though, let's be real, bro, like, it's impossible, right? Like, their stance makes no sense because it can be a moral thing. Because you cannot convince me, nor do I think you can convince yourself that flocking, which is running up in somebody's crib and stealing from people who are in your community who probably are impoverished as well, right? So stealing a little that they have. That's cool, right? That's cool. Listen. Ain't nobody in hip hop is getting banned, ostracized, and blackballed for rapping about flocking and running up in people's cribs. As a matter of fact, they're praised as real ninjas. Snitching worse than running up in an impoverished person's house and stealing the last of what they have? I don't think so. But they took that stance and we said, okay, cool, right? A lot of us who knew it was BS, we kind of turned a blind eye and say, you know what, bruh, cool, we're going to rock with y'all as long as y'all are consistent. But they weren't consistent. They were not consistent at all. Because now Gunna, somebody that they all like, one of their friends, one of the dudes who was in the inner circle of the popular kids in hip hop, now he's a rat. Now he been exposed for snitching. Now there's video of him telling. And when he came out, a lot of these rappers were silent. There weren't no posturing going on. They were silent on it, right? They were scared. They were cowardly. And they waited for Lil Durk to diss Gunna. Now they all are now posturing behind Lil Durk diss for Gunna. And now they're unfollowing Gunna. Lil Baby unfollow him. Polo G, Meek Mills. Now they're unfollowing Gunna now because Lil Durk threw the first stone that they were too scared to throw. But nonetheless, though, right, even if you want to say, okay, his contemporaries, his peers, they were consistent, right? They were consistent in unfollowing him and not messing with him too. Well, why is the industry not blackballing Gunna? Why is Gunna still on DSPs? Why is Gunna still on these playlisting? Why the playlist curators who were so concerned with the streets a couple of years ago when they were banning 6ix9ine, why is Gunna still on those playlisting? And that's my question. And I know a lot of us have those same questions as well. But here's the thing, though. The longer they take to blackball Gunna, the longer they take to, deliver the same consequences they gave to 6ix9ine to Gunna, the worse they look. And the longer they take, the more we begin to realize, listen, these people are hypocrites. They're hypocrites, right? It was never an issue about morals. It was never an issue about protecting the integrity and fabric of hip hop. It wasn't, right? These dudes have different rules for different people. So when I see people like Funk Flex now come out, because Funk Flex is a stubborn old dude, right? He's a dude who was the first one to ban 6ix9ine from off the radio. I ain't playing 6ix9ine music. So when I see Funk Flex come on his Instagram and say this, what this here signals is a change in tide. You see, Funk Flex came out and says, I'm no longer not playing 6ix9ine music anymore. Speaking for myself only. Obviously, according to reports, the trend among a lot of current rappers since and before 6ix9ine. Oh, okay, so now we acknowledge that people have been snitching before 6ix9ine. Okay. Consists of cooperating and testifying. Be clear, many of your favorite artists cooperate with law enforcement. Don't let me call names. Man, who we kidding? It seems that these new rappers ain't doing 10 or 20 years with for nobody. They not doing 5 years. All right? And then he named people who were actually telling. So when I see even Funk Flex is coming out and calling out the hypocrisy, what registers to me is okay. Now the tides is changing, and as the tides shift, what we're going to start seeing is a lot of people are going to begin to get fed up. And once we get fed up, because again, like 99% of us don't commit crimes, right? A lot of us live in communities where we're being victimized by the 1%. Right? And the 1% are the same dudes who victimize us all our lives, and then they turn on the mic, get good at rapping, and now they're holding position of authority in the quote-unquote culture. So now the tides is changing. Now we're realizing these street dudes are full of crap. These street rappers are full of BS. Full of BS. And if Funk Flex, who's as stubborn as he is, can realize this and say, yo, I was wrong, I'm changing my ways, this gives me hope to realize that, okay, that maybe the majority of the hip-hop audience are now going to change tides as well and realize these dudes have been brainwashing us and BSing us all along. So yes, Gunna telling exposed the industry for hypocrites. And yes, I do believe in the long run, it'll be the best thing for hip-hop, right? Because now we realize it was never an issue about protecting the fabric and integrity of hip-hop, and it was never an issue about morals. These dudes are picking and choosing, and they don't have a moral backbone to stand on. But let me know in the comment section, man, what's your thoughts on this, man? Is snitching bad for the culture, or is snitching great for the culture? It's your boy, Poetic Flacco. Peace.